week of March 24th through the 30th. And we have on the 24th, the moon will still be in the sign of Capricorn till about lunchtime. Then it moves into the sign of Aquarius. We have the sun and Mercury close together. This is a great day for meetings, reunions, and overcoming past issues, okay? This week, we still have Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde, but we're moving to the new moon in Aries and a solar eclipse, and this is a big deal, okay? This is bringing in the new. And we know we're coming down off of that full moon and lunar eclipse that took things away, and we've been feeling the effect of that these days since then. But now we are getting ready for the new to come in, and this is very exciting. So on Tuesday the 25th, as the moon is in the sign of Aquarius and it's conjunct the planet Pluto, this is a great time to discuss the changes that need to be made. There's a little smoother energy this day, okay? So we're going to ponder the changes that need to be made. On the 26th, the moon will continue to be in the sign of Aquarius until about 3:30 in the afternoon, when it moves into the sign of Pisces. So this is a great day to give help and advice and receive help and advice. Venus moves into the sign of Pisces. It retrogrades back to Pisces on Thursday the 27th. There's a lot of creative energy. We have Venus plus Neptune, and I wrote down it equals creativity and fog. It also rules vision, right? Even though it's foggy. Remember, when I say something rules something, it also rules the opposite. So Pisces rules fog and delusion, but it also can rule clarity, okay? I heard someone recently describing Pisces as like flying in an airplane, going through the clouds, can't see anything, and then reaching above the clouds, and you have great vision. Now, we're heading to the Aries new moon and solar eclipse, and that takes place on the morning of Saturday, the 29th at 6:58 a.m. So it's a big weekend, and the moon will be in Aries most of the weekend. It moves into Taurus late 4:16 p.m. on Sunday, the 30th. So this is, you took the garbage out on March 14th and you made space, okay? And now you made space for what this eclipse is going to bring you. Now you can make some requests if you'd like to the universe, and I would do that by making moon water and maybe writing those requests and placing them under your jar of water, placing it in a window or as close as you can to the moon's rays, okay? You can do this a few days before and a few days after. So make space for what the eclipse is bringing you. Now, the 30th continues, the moon is in Aries. We also have Neptune moving into Aries. Now, remember, Neptune's been in Pisces for a really long time, and it's finally going to make a shift. And these are the shifts that we've been looking for so that we can stop feeling so overwhelmed with emotion and feeling a lack of clarity. Okay, we're finally going to get moving a little bit. Now, we have Mercury moving back into the sign of Pisces, a psychic sign of Pisces. So you want an extra special trust feeling. And the weekend on Saturday, observe what gifts the eclipse is bringing you. And on Sunday, invest in yourself and your talents. Don't invest too much because we do have those retrogrades still continue. But maybe you start researching how you want to invest into yourself and your talents. So lots of planets in Pisces still, but Neptune moving into Aries. Okay, let's pull a few cards. Okay, here you go. You've got the Tower card here, and this is garlic in the herbal tarot. So this is Aquarius energy, ruled by the planet Uranus, usually seen as a lightning bolt. It's funny that it's garlic, because garlic is so offensive to some people. It's so strong, right? So there's a lot of power here. And maybe what works for some people doesn't work for others. We had a lot about reunions this week. So maybe you're just not going to be everybody's flavor, okay? Now, you also have the Five of Pentacles. 5 is a number of change. Pentacles is anything of value. We know we're in this retrograde, Venus retrograde, really asking us to look at our money. It's interesting that there's like a salamander on that tree, but yeah, it's snowing out, so it's kind of out of its element. And so we're being asked to look again at our finances. It's kind of like the poor me card or the feeling left out in the cold card. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, where things are really, oh, look at, there's that lizard again. Interesting. And Nine of Pentacles, there's a lot going on. Everything's well. Looks like a happy family life. And so it's kind of asking you to, you know, look at where you're giving too much, where you're, because like the Tower rules friends, and then over here we have like kids and family, and that can break the bank, right? We can be spending all our money on our kids and going out with friends. And so it's asking you to really look at this stuff. Let's see what your oracle is. It's the Yule's Night. This is the second time the term Yule has come up. And, you know, Yule is the pagan holiday like that Christmas is based on. So, and it kind of keeps going back to me to like your spending over Christmas, like what all the gifts that you probably felt like you had to give, and now you're paying for them now. So, and it's also number 9, which is our number of the year. So Yule's night, it says the longest night has come, and yet there is a light in the sky. This is the time of the greatest dark, the inkiest depths, and in the long ago past when ancestors would feel the stark possibility of never seeing spring again. Let me just kind of cut ahead here. It says midwinter solstice, times of difficulty and introversion, the hope of a spring that will soon come. A glimmer of optimism shimmers on the horizon. So that's interesting. It feels like a lot like this Five of Pentacles. We know we're kind of like just right teetering on the edge of things getting warmer, the days getting longer. And so, yeah, the Tower card with garlic is what really stands out to me. Maybe not being everybody's cup of tea, or maybe being careful not to be too overpowering, I guess is the word I'm getting. Also, aren't garlic scapes like one of the first things that come up in the spring? So we see that there's like fresh energy coming in, but there's some old ways of thinking about money and some old patterns of behavior that they're kind of asking you to take a look at. I think a lot of it has to do with your holiday spending. All right, now let's roll some dice here for this week. And you got Taurus, you got Mercury, Taurus in the first house. We keep getting the first house. Mercury, the planet of communication, rules merchants, in the sign of Taurus. So it's interesting. Mercury is in retrograde. Taurus is ruled by Venus in retrograde. First house is Aries. That's what sign they're retrograding in. So it's interesting that that comes up. So I really do think that it's about spending, and I think it's about all the overspending you did over the holidays, and really getting a fresh perspective on this and maybe making a new plan moving ahead.